has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill.
Marabou. Sorry.
SimWolf.
I was looking for roseate spoonbill. Roseate spoon.
¿Qué tal, mi familia? SimWolfHero here today again with another video for you guys, back again on the channel. Today we are headed down the cozy road into Tiny Bookshop. This game came upon my radar a couple of months ago, I want to say, looking for the next sort of titles that we're going to be hitting soon. And this one, along with a couple of others, popped up. This one essentially is you being on the open road with a little shed that you pull full of books, and you basically are a wanderer selling your books to people, your wares and such. There's actually a tycoon aspect to this game that I just found out about. I'm basically going into this entire game blind and not knowing much other than it's relating to books and hauling around your books and seeing who you run into. But it looks cozy, it looks up my alley, and I definitely wanted to play this. So before we go ahead and get started, please go ahead, give us a like, give us a comment, let me know what you guys think of this one, and of course, above anything else, subscribe, because, well, if you don't subscribe, who else am I gonna sell these books to? I read a little bit, but still, it'd be nice if you guys give us a little subscribe there. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in it and start with a new game, shall we? Today's the day. I packed up my things, leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. Ooh, that's a nice little bit. Oh, and a little lighthouse too. That's cool. It really is just a little village. Tiny Bookshop. Waterfront Square, Monday, summer 1st. Oh, okay. So we actually have to physically open the little ladder that goes in. Oh, look at those seagulls. We really must be close to the water. Oh, nice. Oh, we even already have someone coming over here. Tilde. My, what a sight. You must be the Nook bookseller. Why, I am. I've heard so much about you. How? How have you heard anything about? I literally just rocked up here today. Yeah, and what have you heard? Oh, I know you're planning to sell used books for a good price, and that you're not from the area. Again, how do you know any of this? I don't know anyone here. And I certainly think that you could use someone to show you the ropes around here. Welcome to our quaint little town. I'm Tilde. Lovely to meet you. Well, it's nice to meet you too, Tilde. I hope you're not going to be one of those people that are just like in everyone's business. I used to run the local bookstore here before my retirement, so you can trust my advice. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that helps the situation out a little bit, I suppose. Let's see. You should know that us Bookstonians have very particular taste in books. I, for example, prefer to read classic and crime novels and not much else. I mean, I feel like you make up a wide variety of people who read, Tilde. So why don't I have a look at your selection and see if I can find something worthwhile? Okay, so it looks like she's looking for books. Oh, okay, and on the right here, I'm guessing is the amount of books that we have that day. 10 travel books, 7 kids books, 3 classical books, 4 fantasy books, 10 fact books, 3 drama books, and we had 3 crime books, but now we're down to 1. And then each of them has a sales chance. So travel sale chance 43%, scale with no number of stocked books. What I'm guessing that means is that depending on how many books that we have available, the sale chance for that either dramatically goes up or down.
Drastically go down!
Because Tilde is in the shop, there's a 3% higher chance that she'll buy a crime book than anything else. A 3% chance higher to buy classical books. So she's already at a 22% chance to buy the book, but she's 3% higher because it's her. That's a lot of math. I don't know if I can handle that much math, but okay.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you as sacrifice.
When a customer finds a book, they will keep looking for more. So because I had that, she'll keep going. Sadly, you didn't have the right book on offer, but I have classical books. Was it just not the book you wanted? Okay, so even though you may have books of the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. So again, it was at a 22% chance, so she had basically a 1 in 4 odds of getting the book. Because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop, it will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. Gotcha. So that's why the crime is so much lower, even though we would get a 3% higher chance than normal from her buying it. So we would have a 19, basically almost 20, a 1 in 5 shot of her getting another crime book. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is a mark of a great bookseller. Yeah, I guess that would make sense for it to be the hardest one to sell, the last book. Hi there, you're the bookseller, right? That I am, that I am. I see you already talked to Tilde. Did she know everything about you already? You know what, Fern? Surprisingly, she did. Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I'd even start my job there. The review? What's that? Oh, I'm talking about the Bookstunbury review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them there. You know, aren't you a little magnanimous about being a writer? My name's Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Mucho gusto. Your arrival is kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. Really? It looks like a nice little town. I'm a little surprised that nothing else has actually gone down here. So you have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. Please don't. I don't like to be in the news. How about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. Sure. You might appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. Right, so for the record, what made you come to Bookstunbury? Well, I think the fact that you have a little shed that has a bunch of books in it, and you just wandered off somewhere, it definitely sounds like you're looking for an adventure. Oh wow, I kind of feel the same way. Hope it works out for you. I hope so too. I mean, it doesn't look like I need to pay rent anytime soon, but I hope so too. Okay, what's your first impression of the town so far? Honestly, first impression of the town so far is really, really pretty. I really like the art design of this game so far, so honestly, it's pretty friendly, I think, so far. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thank you so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it. And I promise you'll have your first copy of the review by tomorrow morning. I'll have a look at your selection now if you don't mind. See you around. So he's looking for some stuff. Looks like he found a travel book. Now while they finish up there, what's this? The Coastal Wildlife of Bookstunbury. Read on. Most of the board is taken up by illustrations of the marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember seeing a stranded one at Far Beach before. Delicate tentacles are used to catch prey such as plankton, but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill.
Marabou, sorry.
SimWolf.
I was looking for roseate spoonbill. The roseate spoon.
Those scavengers can seem menacing to humans, but they are trying to adjust to the increasing urbanization of their habitats. They're incredibly intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in. So they basically take books and tear the pages to use for nesting material is what I'm guessing, which I'm gonna hazard a guess this means we might need to be dealing with some seagulls at some point. Good to know. Lastly, there's a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured, shown to look different above and below the water surface. Were you aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods? An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in. They catch plankton on the water. Ugh. Well, if I was plankton, I'd be nervous right about now.
Yes! Yes!
Is there anything else over this direction? No, it just looks like a bunch of surf shacks. Oh, and I can click the seagull. Okay. I guess we're locking up for the night. All right. Off we go. Bookstunbury review. Filled with articles, events, and items for sale. Thanks, Fern. Bookstunbury review reports on goings on around town. You can check today's and tomorrow's weather, keep up on upcoming events. Here you can see the money in your pocket. All the books you own, both in your shop and in storage, Looks like they're running a little low. In the classify sections, you can acquire used books to replenish your stocks. Let's give it a try. Just click to buy. So for 5, may be valuable. So many books lying around. Used book lot for 30. And then there's some seasonal things. Cactus, a bit prickly but has a heart of gold. While occupied, you get +2 to drama sale chances and +2 to dangerous. I'm not exactly sure what that would entail. So a cactus somehow brings up the chance for that to happen. Okay. And cool, perfect for the beach. Cooler than you, I doubt it. While it's sunny, +2% inspiration duration, +2 to customer count, and while equipped, -15 to classy effects, +2 to daily expenses. Okay, interesting. Let's take the books. 5 more travel books, 5 more classical, 5 fantasy, 2 more drama, 4 kids books, and 2 crime books. Nice. The classified section will sometimes have other bits and bobs. Let's pick up the lonely cactus. By me. Let's give this lonely cactus a new home. This is your item bar. From here, you can open the newspaper and customize your bookshop, amongst other things. This is your inventory. Click and drag an item to place it on your bookshop. Now drop the item into one of the highlighted slots. So right there. Nice, you got a boost. Some items can increase your sales chance for certain genres or change the effectiveness of other items. Equipping some items will also increase your daily expenses, so keep that in mind. And then we can decorate inside and outside. Let's go with white. Yeah, that looks nice, like that. Once you have satisfied your interior decorator, click this button below to save and return. Nice. Oh, and we got a book sign and a folding table. People left some sweet messages in here. A guest book. Let's make the rest of this while we're at it. Dude, enjoying a good Bokenest green.
Bouquiniste.
We're gonna go with Bokenest. I kind of like the brown at the bottom, so we'll keep the brown at the bottom. Oh, we can actually have these outside. I like having that out here, and then we can have the, yeah, that looks good. Perfect. I like that a lot better. We'll have the book for people to sign and the cactus outside on a table, just so they have something to kind of see as they go in. I like that a lot. Welcome to Bookstunbury. Each day you can pick a location to visit on the map. Going to the location has a travel cost. These are the books in your storage. Select the genre by clicking it. Stocking more books of a genre increases the odds of people finding a book they will like within that genre. Check the sales chance by hovering over the books. So right now it's at a 19% chance. Let's fill up the shelves, no need to leave any empty space. Crime books seem to be a popular one, so let's get rid of that one, add that one. I didn't see a bunch of kids there, and it's only at a 33% chance. All right, shelves are ready. Let's go set up shop or keep adjusting your selection. No, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and set up shop. You can interact with things by clicking, let's pick up the buoy. +2 travel sale chance. Okay. So it's worth it to look around to see if there's stuff. Let's open her up. Oh, and then the little table just pops right on up. That's really good. Let's open the news while we wait. Tiny Bookshop rolls into Bookstunbury. Bookstunbury newcomer turns new page. Have you ever dreamt of going on an adventure and starting a humble business abroad? That's precisely what this tiny bookshop operator has done. When asked about their first impressions, the fresh-faced bookseller finds Bookstunbury to be very friendly. Find out more about this new and exciting shop by visiting the waterfront tomorrow, which is today. Fresh-faced. Nah, definitely not fresh-faced. Doesn't look like there's anything except the flea market that's going on Saturday. And there's a guest com, Moira's travelogue. Bali is on a budget. Don't miss these incredible trips. I'm guessing that this means that during whatever time frame the paper is published means that some of these could affect our sales. So we might see a bump in travel stuff today. Let's wait for some customers and we'll see. Oh yes, hello madam. Welcome to my tiny shop on wheels. Please peruse my wares. May I interest you in a nice travel book today? Yes, it is lovely in Prague this time of year. I wouldn't know if it's nice in Prague at this time of year. Hello sir / madam. Oh, Tilde. There you are. Wanted to commend you on how much you've been livening this place up. I'm sure you'll want to branch out to other places in town now. My friend Mary owns a very successful cafe in town center. If I call her up and get her to give you a parking space, you could get quite a few customers. Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea at all. Good call. Yes, I know, dear. You can always trust me on these sorts of things. Well, don't be smug about it. God. It's decided then. Meet me out by the Cafe Liberte as soon as you can. Cafe Liberte. Visit the lively spot in town center. Meet Tilde at the cafe. Tilde asked you to meet her at the cafe in town. Seems like she won't accept no for an answer. I've met people like Tilde before, not wanting to take no. Oh, and while you're on the topic of showing your face, I heard our dear Walter has quite impressed with your wagon. He's one of our local fishers. Why don't you go over there and introduce yourself? He should be back from his recent catch just now. Oh, that was the guy who went in there and couldn't find a book before. Introduce yourself to Walt the Sailor. You might want to write this down, love. Having an organized diary will come in handy in our business. You know what? I still have quite a few unsold journals left over at my old shop. So here, why don't you take this one? Your journal for all your planning needs. There you go. Hope you make good use of it. Goodbye. Goodbye, Tilde. Here you can track which genre you have sold the most of, useful for adjusting your selection. There's a total number of books you've sold here. Check back here for hints and events as you discover them. Looks like the page holds like postage stamps to mark your moments in Bookstunbury. So this would be like a mission, I'm assuming. So stamps, characters that we've met. On this page you can see the different items and effects currently affecting your bookshop. And then calendar. The calendar gives you an overview of what's happened and will happen this season. So it looks like Saturday, that flea market is always a thing. The 28th seems to have something going on. Summer bonfire. Celebrate the end of the season with everyone at the beach. Let's go talk to Walt then.
Ahoy there, kiddo. How is it going? Looks like you got a good sturdy vessel there. I have some old items lying around which I thought you might like. Do you have any of them in you're liking?
Oh, interesting. Oh my god, these are expensive. I can't afford anything other than the buoy. I already have one. Tattling trout. It echoes wisdom of the sea. Critics say it's just Davy Jones's mouthpiece. +4 to travel sale chances. And while the fish is talking, +25 to maritime effects and -2 recommendations per day. Lobster buoy. A special buoy for a special someone. While equipped, +1 to travel sale chances, -15 to animal effects. A vintage globe. Whilst trusty globe could be help you sail the 7th seas and beyond. While equipped, +1 to daily expenses, and for each different location you visited in the past 7 days, +2 to travel sales chance. Interesting. Well, thank you, Walt, but everything you have right now is expensive. I'm only having 67, so I'll keep this in mind for another day. Thank you, though. Appreciate that.
My friends tell me you got some decent cargo on board too. They've been specifically enjoying your traveling classic novels. Guess I have to be careful or I might be outsold by year. Why don't we make a bet? If you can make 20 sales to my buddies, I'll admit defeat.
Sell 20 books to the local sailors.
Whoa, I'm looking forward to a little competition, kiddo. Good luck.
Alright. So I assumed you'd be at the beach like everyone else. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've already forgotten that you're new. You seem to fit in so easily. Sorry. Here, I'll show you how to get to Far Beach in case you want to drop by there soon. Get to know the beach by visiting 3 times. I'm not really a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need some of your reading material. Alright, it looks like that might be the sound for our last customer. Alright, we did pretty good today. Sold 2 books to Walt's friends. Looks like we sold about 1 crime book, 1 fantasy book, 1 classics book, and 2 travel books. I'm gonna say that the travel books have sold pretty well just for the fact that the newspaper said that travel stuff might do well today. Off we go. Looks like some items have been discounted a little. Now might be a good time to buy them, although you could wait longer and risk someone else buying them first. Items in the seasonal section have a much lower turnover, so there's no need to hurry. But be sure to snatch them up before the season ends. Park management looking for volunteers. Last winter, a series of snowstorms devastated the vital parts of the beloved Rye Park. Many trees were uprooted and flower beds were destroyed by strong hail. Since the beginning of the year, members of the Bookstunbury community have repeatedly expressed the wish for a restoration effort. Left by the students of State Bookston University, a newly formed group of volunteers is looking for local gardeners willing to donate their precious time and resources to the much needed repairs. Okay. Bay cluttered by buoys. Local fishers' nets are full of unregistered buoys. Ooh, does that mean it was a good thing that I didn't buy that buoy yesterday? Dystopic fiction featuring amazing cover art. Grandma's old books, old childhood favorites. Use book lock in the vintage kids book. Well, let's buy the used book lot since it's discounted 5, and we might use that extra 5 just to buy grandma's books too. So let's see what we get. A lot of drama books. Okay, so we really need to sell some of these. Fantasy, facts, bunch of classic books. Makes sense. And let's do grandma's old books too. When it has your guest kids books. It's a general mix of stuff. Okay. You can look around the map by holding, clicking, and dragging. So for Far Beach, it would cost 15 gold to set up time over there. And it looks like some of these are locked up. Waterfront costs 6. The Cafe Liberte costs 13. All right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and set up shop over at Cafe Liberte. Oh, but not before we go ahead and do our books. So there's still a higher chance for the drama stuff. We have plenty of them. Let's see what our lowest one is. Crime seems to be our lowest currently, followed shortly by fantasy, actually directly after fantasy. So let's do more travel. We'll do another fantasy. Let's do another crime. Cafe Liberte, Wednesday, summer the 3rd. Actually put up the little book sign as well. Looks really good there. I like that. Your bookshop can also be impacted by unexpected sources, such as weather, visitors, or special states. That Tilde? Hey, yeah. It's really pretty. It seems like Miriam has her hands full with the cafe again, but I'm sure she'll drop by later. Now I have something you might help me with. I've been cleaning out my old shop for months now, selling the small pieces at the flea market. This Saturday, I'm trying to move the more bulky items to the market. Help an old bookseller out, will ya? They'd fit well into that little wagon of yours. Just pick them up and bring them with you to the market on Saturday. Pick up all of Tilde's items at the cafe. Check by Tilde's old bookshop and pick up all 5 of her moving boxes outside. I owe ya, and I'll make sure there will be lots and lots of customers in it for ya. Here's hoping, Tilde. So what boxes are you referring to? These. You're talking about these. Sometimes people will ask for help if they can't find what they are looking for. Listen closely to the people's requests and try to pick up on what kind of book they are looking for. Pay attention to how certain parts of their requests are worded. Some things can be optional while others are really important to your customer. People also leave some of their likes and dislikes unsaid, so make sure to put yourself in their shoes. Some requests might also be harder to fulfill than others. You can check the difficulty stars here to gauge how many books in your shelf are a good fit for your customer. Requests usually get more difficult as your stock dwindles throughout the day. So, hello dear. I tend to look like books with an unexpected twist. I love the whodunits are having a comeback. Whodunits usually mean murder, can sometimes be drama-y. Here you can see important info about the book, including a short description. The short description, publication date, and genre, author, and page count can all be helpful to inform your decision. Oh, and I can pick from anything in here. Okay. Oh dear, I tend to like books with an unexpected twist. I love the whodunits are having a comeback. Whodunits are having a comeback, meaning that she wants a mystery, but she wants something that might be older. She tends to like things with the twist too. Well, we're definitely not doing travel or facts. Fantasy, maybe. Classics, it depends on what the classic is, but I'm gonna hazard a guess no. Crime, maybe. And then kids books, probably not. Travel, no. Facts, no. Okay. Let's see. Murder Roger Ackroyd. Agatha Christie tends to be a whodunit. Famous whodunit harbors a twist you might not see coming. As Detective Hercule Poirot leaves retirement to review the crime scene, all signs point to a locked room that no one could have gotten into. That might be our book. Let's recommend this one. A perfect recommendation. Perfect. I've heard there's a shocking twist in the murder of Roger Ackroyd. Yeah, no problem. You might have found someone's favorite book. They'll buy this one and keep shopping. Inspired customers. Whenever you successfully recommend a book, all of your customers become inspired to pick up a book for a short time. 15% plus to all book sale chances. Oh, that's good. This happens whenever you're successfully recommended a book and increase the sales chance across all genres for a short time. All right, while she's perusing, we'll take care of some of these boxes, get them out of the way. All right, and it looks like we got all of the things as well for Tilde, so that'll be good for Saturday. What's this? It's some sort of statue with a book on its head. They really like their books here. No wonder they call it Bookstunbury. Oh, we're encumbered now. Stuff is bulky, won't be able to carry much else. Plus 10 to 10 daily expenses. Oof. Maybe we should have left that until Saturday. Ooh, someone needs help. Oh, all right, what you got? I passed my last exam. I love to read something to do with real life, and I have to get out of the house. Give me a travel book. Can't get enough of discovering the great Bookston region. So this is his ideal book, I'm guessing. Made me notice that some books can show up across different genres. This doesn't impact how customers perceive the books, but you can use it to recommend books in a genre where your customer might not have been looking. I see. So sometimes they might show up elsewhere. My travels in East Africa, Cook Korean, a comic book with the recipes. By train through Spain, Stones of Venice, the Bookshop book, Walk in the Woods. I'm gonna hazard a guess that some of these are actually even real books. But now I'm interested in this one. My lesbian experience with loneliness? Okay. Let's just pick something close to this because it doesn't look like we have the exact thing. So they might want something similar to this is what I'm getting. The Bookshop book might be the closest thing. Get a glimpse into the most unusual bookshops around the world. Fall in love with their proprietors' passions for the trade. Yeah, how about this one? Whoa, the Bookshop book is giving me Wanderlust. Nice. So that was pretty close. Oh, and looks like Fern needs help too. What's the latest headline? I could really use something with a political message. Also, I'm feeling philosophical. How and the Other Poems is one of my all-time favorites. There are nice poems, and then there are those tried by the law. Radical, honest, political, soft, holy, and life-changing. I much prefer the latter category. Okay, well, I really only have one more thing. But if political is your forte and philosophical, I think I saw, well, I thought I saw we had, yes. Dystopian tale, the imaginations of a totalitarian state in which majority of women have been stripped of their freedom and reproductive rights, serve a Christian fundamentalist of men and their wives. Man, doesn't that sound familiar? But honestly, I think this might be the closest thing. And if I'm reading this wrong, I'm going to feel real bad. Okay, he liked it. He liked that it was a good recommendation. Cool, nice. And it was a fantasy, which is something he doesn't normally read. I like that part of it, trying to help the customers with actually like figuring out book-wise what they want. All right, and our last customer descends for the night. We're up 27 coins today. We sold a good chunk of crime books, just one, I suppose, down to 3. Sold some dramas, down to 6. Facts didn't go at all today. Fantasy sold 1. We actually sold that one to Fern. Classics we actually sold out of today. Kids books are still around, and travel books are still there as well. We never met the person who runs the cafe shop. Yeah, I guess that happens. All right. Store in town center sits empty. The former bookshop cleared out after Sankalen's retirement. Many of our readers will have fond memories of the book handle in Antiquariat at 4 Cyril Plaza, where Tilde Sankalen's doors were always open to comfort you with the perfect book. And while the 76-year-old has been happily retired for a few years now, it still feels like the end of an era to see those doors come to their final close. Can Bookstunbury's new mobile bookshop follow in her impressive footsteps? And what will happen to the prime spot at Cyril Plaza? And then an anonymous poetry discovered at Far Beach. Enigmatic bottled verses captivate literature students. Doesn't look like we have much else, but we still have plenty of books, so I don't think we really need to dive too much into this right now. Oh, everything's more expensive to start today. Why is it so much more expensive? I guess let's just go back to Café Liberte. Let's redo this whole entire shelf. I don't like how it looks. Let's start with maybe 4. Do some drama. Let's do some facts. Let's do some fantasy. Classical seems to did it a lot, so we'll up that amount a little bit. Travel still seems to be a bulk of stuff we do. That seems pretty good in balance, I think. I think we're ready. Let's head to Cafe Libertad. All right, we got a couple people in here now. It looks like Fern is actually the first one to ask for some help. Hello, I'm here on research. It needs to be science fiction. I like books that basically rip my heart out, and I'm ready for a 700-page commitment. Oh boy. Science fiction. So I'm guessing fantasy might be up his alley today. I like books that basically rip my heart out. Drama might be more up your alley. Crime, depending on what's being written, maybe. We're looking for upwards of 700 pages. So let's see if we have anything that even comes close to that in the fantasy section, which we don't. Crime seems to also be short on that number, although this one comes close. Drama, also on the short side. Ooh, however, to convince her friends that she is over her ex, PhD student Olive convinces her young professor Adam to start a fake relationship. Example of fan fiction to publish book at its best. Basically rip my heart out. Judy's immortal, living in the Fae realm, and is constantly tormented by the High Court. Worst of all, it's the youngest prince, but she can stand up to him without being roped into intrigue of the palace. Ex Libris Bookstunbury. What does this mean? Is this like a book club thing? Interesting. I'm gonna go with this one. Well, I don't have any sci-fi. All right, well, looks like he did not manage to find something for this person. For now, they're done shopping, but maybe they'll come back another time. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't have sci-fi. So I wonder if that means that we'll have other options down the line catered to other people's likes, especially since I didn't have any sci-fi. Having a rough go at it today, it looks like, unfortunately. Only have managed to sell 2 books so far from about 3 or 4 customers today. We are getting more people coming in. It looks like Tilde's dropping off too. The character designs for all these people are really, really fun too. I like that a lot. Oh, this is Miriam. You must be that person Tilde has told me about. See a small collection of classic books here. Good. I am Miriam Deboive. I am Miriam Deb. Welcome to my Cafe Liberté. You should know it has been family owned for about 200 years now. Throughout the years, the Liberté has hosted our history's greatest minds. From writers and revolutionaries, they all met right here. Surely you have done your own research into this town already. Either way, I have to get back to my customers. Goodbye. Hello, dear. How have you been? I like historical settings, and I could go for a new pastime. Historical settings. So are we looking facts, or are we looking for classics? Let's go with classics. Actually, the Frankenstein might have been a good one for Fern because it technically is a sci-fi. Maybe travel is the way to go. You know what? This might be good. Tasting history. Have you ever wondered what people were cooking during the Great Depression? Or did you always want to try a recipe from ancient Rome? Max Miller was curious about the same thing in this one book. Recreates his viral cooking ventures for the page. It's got settings and it's got a new pastime for cooking. This might be a good one. How about this? Oh, yes. I love that. That's great. That's really good. I like that a lot. Okay, now we're picking up a little bit of steam. Hey, Tilde. Oh dear, you know you didn't have to bring those boxes with you everywhere, don't you? Perfectly fine to leave them in storage until Saturday. I only need them at the flea market. Thank you for being so considerate. I appreciate the gesture. Well, thank you for telling me a little too late on that. Looks like Miriam needs some help now, too. Let me put your skills to the test. I need a fact book because I want to acquire knowledge. Also, I'm looking for something contemporary from this century. I can't get enough of the bookshop book. Oh, well, I just sold that one a couple days ago. I don't know if I have another copy. A fact book contemporary from this century. That's the 1800s, 2015. I'm guessing this is the only thing. Well, this one is the 1970s. Herb craft. Power of natural healing and hexing. Ready to brew up some magic. A star raven hunt stares the secrets of herb craft, from natural healing potions to delicious recipe to mischievous hexes. Okay, how about this? Perfect. Nice. I love that everyone is like about trying new books. Whoever this person is has already bought 4. Oh my gosh, that's really good. We're almost out of classics today too. We're low on a lot of different types. Tilde's already bought 4 books too, and a 5th. Yeah, I guess I remember that she said that she liked the classics and the crime books, so that makes sense. Very good. Very, very good. All right, and that was our last customer of the day. Currently, we're sitting at 2 crime books left, 4 drama, 3 facts, 4 fantasies, 1 classic, 1 kids book, no, 3 kids books, and 5 travel books. We actually did a number on some stuff today. I'm actually kind of surprised that many classic books went, so we're gonna need to stock up on those. Organizers expect record turnout thanks to perfect weather conditions. At our town ongoing flea market in time, weekend visitors can once again browse, haggle, and buy to their heart's content. Stalls will offer a variety of vintage clothing, artworks, plants, homewares, records, and more. But whether visitors will get a fresh book selection remains to be seen. And Bookston University announces tuition hike. Student council walk out. Controversy ensues. Huh. Okay. Interesting. We have a good amount of books left, but I think it might be a good idea to start getting a couple of things here. Let's go with the mysterious attic finds. Good amount of classics. That's what I was hoping we would do. We do need some more crime books though. How about... Oh, I just noticed the background color is going to equate to the books that you're going to get more likely than not. That's why we got so many classics books. Okay, interesting. Good to know. All right, guys. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and cut it off there for today. This has been Tiny Bookshop, and honestly, all I can say is that so far, this game has a lot going for it. A lot of different things that you wouldn't expect from your typical tycoon sort of game management style wise. The fact that you're able to actually help customers with getting books into what they actually like is actually a really cool concept that I didn't even think. It almost kind of like you have to think about what they would enjoy from their perspective. That isn't necessarily, you know, something that they would think that they would like. Honestly, this was actually a really cool game. But again, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a like, please leave a comment. Let me know if you guys enjoyed Tiny Bookshop as much as I did. I really liked it. The art style is very different. It almost kind of has like a painting-esque sort of style. The characters were different than you would normally expect. It almost gives you kind of like a really old, almost like a PS1, PS2 render style aesthetic for the characters. The town is really beautiful, and we only really even covered 2 locations. But if you guys liked it, and if you want more of it, obviously please get down in those comment section and let me know. And of course, subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, who else is gonna? It's not like I can subscribe. I sit here and I make the stuff. I edit the stuff. I put the hours in to do that stuff. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.